everyone! In this video I will show you how to do some more design options with Tunisian entrelac. In the previous video we did the horizontal entrelac method for Tunisian crochet and I've used the Tunisian simple stitch and well, here is the shawl that I was working on. It is now finished and it was, well, really fun to do, and I also want to show you the sides here. It's really fun. I figured out how to do a beautiful side and for both the bottom and the top, and I will show you that also. But like I told you in the previous video, I did the entrelac method a little bit different than most of the other designers do it, because I wanted to have more design options, and that is what I will show you here. First of all, with these first four colors, here, here, here and here, I played with changing the width and the height of the blocks. So I will also show design charts so that you can see how it looks when you have done that throughout an entire piece. But in this video I will also show you how to do these flipped L shapes, and well, you see that here as well and here as well, and there are some things that you need to pay attention to with the other blocks beside them, and I will do in the next video some more options. And I have turned it upside down. And don't look at it, it still curls a little bit because I haven't blocked my pieces yet, because I really wanted to quickly continue with making videos. And here you see the L shapes, and here as well. And when you combine everything, you can also do these little stair-like options for your design. And when you combine that with different colors of stairs, then you can have another effect as well. So there are quite some more options with doing Tunisian entrelac. I will show you in this video the design charts that I used, and you can also make your own designs. I have made kind of empty design charts that you can use to create your own designs, and I will explain a bit. It's not very difficult. This is the way I represent a stitch, and here you see on this side we have these two blocks, and these represent, and I will show you here, these two horizontal loops here, and then you see the large block here, and that represents the vertical bar here. And then I will switch over to the side stitch, and I will make it a little bit smaller. This is actually a normal stitch combined with the side stitch, and this is what we see at the side of the work. Here you see the stitch, and well, the horizontal bars are a bit hidden here, but they are here, and here is the side stitch. So this represents the side stitch with the stitch next to it. Before we continue with the design that we will do in this video, I will do a little recap of the previous video with the square blocks, and here you see how it looks. So you see here that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stitches here, and well, here these are 8 full blocks, and here on this side we see the side stitch. And so with this version we did 9 chains for the setup, for the foundation chain, and then we worked back and we pulled up 9 loops on our hook, and this is how how you should count. And then I will show you the next block here. And this was the block that was on the other side of it, and then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stitches here. So we did 8 chains and we pulled up 8 loops, and then we connected it to the stitch here, and then we had 9 loops on our hook. So this is how it actually works, and we will use that with the next of the video. Here's a design that you can make with just varying the width and the height of the blocks. And I will tilt my tablet a little bit so my ring light gets out of the way. Here you see that I increased the width here of the blocks, but I also again decreased the width of the blocks. And here you see that I increased the height of the blocks, but I also decreased them. And this is when you just do the entrelac with all the corners connected, you can see that you can have a very lively design. So yeah, I will use that also in partially in the next design. This is the version that we will make in this video. I made it a little bit smaller because, well, you don't have to do anything to practice it, but you can use the entire block for your own usage if you want it. And well, here you see the L shapes and the varying widths and heights of the blocks, and that is what we will use now. We will start with the first block, and as you can see here, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches. So we will do 5 chains, and then we will do 4 rows, and that is what I will do next. I will set up 5 chains for my foundation row, and I'm using hook size 5.5 millimeter. That actually works a little bit better than what I did in my previous video. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chains, and then work back, skip the first one and pull up a loop from the second loop, the third loop, and continue like that with all the stitches in your foundation chain. And well, for this video I will work in the top loops because I want to show you how to do the bottom sides that we will add later. But it's actually a bit nicer to work in the back loops. So well, that being said, we will work back. So just through 1 the first, then through 2, through 2, through 2. So watch my previous video if you don't know how to do this. So I will do the second row, and I have 4 loops on my hook, and then the last stitch is here on the side loops. So and well, as you know, you can count the vertical loops to see how many rows you did, and I will continue this making 4 rows. I have done my 4 rows now, as you can also count the vertical bars, and then we will do our last row with just slip stitches, and this is 2, 3, and then 4. And one thing I do want to mention, you have worked now under these 2 loops, and this will also be the place where you will work through when you do the block above it. So the slip stitch is not something that you work into in the next block. So now I will cut my yarn and pull it through, and well, then we have finished our first block. Next we will do this block, and as you can see here at the bottom you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches. So we will make a setup foundation chain of 5 stitches, and it is just as high as the block next to it. So let's do that. I will use this color for the next block. This is Terneuzen, another Dutch town. I don't know how large it is, if it's a city or a village, but I guess it's a town. We said that we have to set up 5 chains, so I work in that loop here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have seen me doing this in the previous video, so I will go quickly. And here we pull up 4 extra loops, so we have 5 on our hook now. So let's check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we work into the side of this side loop here and the back bump, and then work under 2 loops all the way right from the start. And well, I will do the second row as well. So we have again 5 loops on our hook, and then here on the side the yarn is split a little bit, but okay. And work back through that row. And then I will finish my block until I've come to the last row, and then I will show you how to do the top here. Before we continue with the next part, I will show you the design here. And as you can see here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches, but here is the side stitch. So it's 4 full stitches and 1 side stitch. And we will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. So let's do that. I'm almost done with my second block, and I will do the finishing row. And we do the slip stitches here again, and so I will show you again how to do the connecting with the other block here. And well, this is the last that we did for this block, and then you look to the stitches here, the top stitches here, and here is our loop that we work under, and again make a slip stitch. But this is also the loop for the next block, the first loop of the next block, and then we continue with pulling up these loops here, and here we have 4 stitches, and now we work under that same 2 loops here on the side where we did that slip stitch in the dark green. So now we have again 5 loops on our hook, and remember, this is the side, so we have to do our side stitch. It's like a turning chain, and work just under 1 loop, and then we will return working under 2 loops. And for this I will do 5 rows, and I will show you that when I have finished that. I have done my 5 rows now, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I will show you one more time the slip stitch row here, and this is 3, and this is 4 here at the side, and this is the same spot where we will work through when doing the next block. So, and pull it through, and then we can cut our yarn and pull the yarn through. So now we have finished our third block, and well, we will now continue with the block next to it here. We will now do these 3 blocks here, and here is the chart for the next block. And as you can see here, we will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches. So let's do that. I will use this color yarn. I have lost the wrap, but I use it for one of my hooked and locked calls, so I will look it up which color it is. And well, let's do this, and we will have to set up 6 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we will work back and pull up the loops through the loops of your foundation chain, and then you will end up with first with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loops from the foundation chain, and then connect to the side here and pull up a loop, and now you have 7, and work through the 2 loops all the way. And well, I will continue this block and we'll get back to you when we have reached the corners again. Well, about the technique, I guess you know what to do next, but there is something that I would like to share with you, and that is that you, when you have started a block here and you continue to the next blocks, you don't actually need the design chart, because you can simply see what to do. So here you can see that we have not reached the top row yet, so let's do that. And well, just when you simply work through all the loops you cannot get wrong. And well, this is our last row, and you can recognize this because yeah, you only have here the slip stitch row left. And when you have done a block, then I would like to advise you this: check the number of loops that you have here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and compare it to the bottom row, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that is correct, and compare the number of rows to the blocks next to it, the block next to it, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, so that is correct. And well, this is to check if you didn't decrease or increase something you didn't want to do, but sometimes it happens. It happened to me. And well, then we continue with the next block and simply find that first stitch here, finish this, and this is the first loop or the first bar of the next block. So continue with this, picking up all these loops here, and not take 2, that would mean a decrease. And so again, if you want to check your first row of the new block, compare it with the block below it, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on our hook, and then we have to connect to this block here, and so we have 6 loops on our hook in the end, and then just continue. So simply check when you start a block, when you have ended a block, compare it with the blocks under it, compare it with the blocks besides it, and then yeah, you will know that you are okay. And I will finish this color here as well, and also right to the end of this block here, and then I will show you the result. I've done my last block here, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows high. And next what I will do off camera is do these blocks here. Well, this is just one block that is 1 stitch wider than this one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stitches wide, and then I will continue here, and then this last row is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows high, this last block. And next I will do also this block. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stitches wide, and then I will get back to you when we will do this upside down L shape. I have done my dark blue blocks here. That is this color, and this is Den Helder. And then I also started with my light blue blocks with this color, and this is Urk. And well, I will show you the design here. I have done this block here, and I have also done that first part of this flipped L shape, and I will zoom in here. And as you see here, I have come to the same height as the dark blue block, and here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stitches. And now we will not do our slip stitch row here, but we will just continue working to the top here, and then we will also pick up the stitches of this block, and these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches, so we will have 13 stitches in total. And well, let's do that. So well, let's have some yarn here, and this is just actually very simple, but keep on watching, because there are some things you need to know when you will make the blocks on the other side of it. So well, while we're talking, we have 2, 4, 6, 7 loops on our hook, and then just continue with the block next to it. So pick up that loop here, that first loop that is made of the side stitches here. So we will have 6 more, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So let's check that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 stitches on our hook, and then we have to connect to the block here, and this is just as usual. And well, I will do my return pass, and that is just as normal, and almost done. So this is how it looks, and you just continue working this block until it has the same height as this block, and then you will do the bind off row all the way on the top, and then you will also make the other 2 blocks. And well, I will do that off camera, and then I will get back to you for the other color that is next. Well, then I decided that I would show you this anyway. Here you see that I've finished my block. I did the bind off row with the slip stitches, and here I connected to my new block. And yeah, I also thought of something that I wanted to show you, because and I will show it here with this block. when you look at the back, you see these ridges here, and this is because the slip stitch row is pushed to the back, and this gives that little ridge. Now here you see that when you have done this block, you don't have that ridge. Well, does it matter? For me, it doesn't matter. But if there is any reason that you would want to have that ridge, then there is no other option than create this part of the block and work back with the slip stitches, cut your yarn and reattach here to this side and then make this block. So that is, yeah, if you really want to have that ridge here on the back, then that is the only way that you can do that. So well, I will continue with the next blocks, and then I will show you what to do when you get here and how to attach the new yarn here. Next we will do these blocks here in the purple, and I didn't have purple in my yarn stash, so I used this very dark blue here. And here you see that you start just as usual, and I have done now this block, and now you have to remember that you have to stop, because if you don't pay attention, you will happily crochet all the way to the top here, and then you think, I shouldn't have done that. It's you can make it a design element, but yeah, then you will have to pay attention when you work next here. And well, you can also decide that you can even stop when doing 3 rows, or you can stop here. In this case, this block is just as high as this one, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So you can design as you go. But for this tutorial, we will do 5 rows, and then I will show you how to finish this. And to be honest, I have done 5 rows here, and I started doing my slip stitch row. To be honest, you really actually don't have to do the slip stitch row, because the only reason here is why you are doing a slip stitch row like here, because you have to get to this point to continue with the block here in the same color. But in this case, we will have to cut our yarn. So actually, we don't need this, because when you do the block here on top of it, you can just pick up the loops that are here to continue working with the other color. But I will show it anyways, and here I'm almost done with my slip stitch row, and here is the here's the last one here, and I see that I didn't grab the yarn correctly, so let's pull that out and do that over again. Here the slip stitch, and then here the slip stitch here in the last of this color. And now you can just cut your yarn and pull it through, and you don't have to connect this to this block here, because in the next row with another color you will simply pick up all the loops here, and here you can pick up this one here and then connect to the row here, and that yeah, just as normal actually. So that is also the reason that you actually don't need that slip stitch row. But if like I just mentioned, if you don't do that, you don't get that ridge. So if you want that, please do it this way. And next I will show you how to attach your yarn when you want to make this block. I have done these two blocks now, and now I have to continue with this block here. And as you can see in the design here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches. And I will show you how to easily identify where to start. I have my yarn here, and what you can simply do is count the loops here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is the first loop that you work into. Well, since this block is the same width as this block and it starts as at the same position, you can also simply follow the line here. So this is where you start, and then you simply pull up the loops here. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and make that connection with the other block here, and then just continue as normal. And that is as easy as it is. When I was thinking about how to do that, it also, it kind of gets harder in your head when you're thinking about it and didn't actually do it. But this is just as easy as this. And also when you will be working on the block here, you can connect to this block just as everything we did before. And well, of course, you can decide to make it a smaller block and start like here, or make it a wider block, start here. You know, you can design as you go. Make these decisions, and the only thing you have to watch out for is that you have enough yarn. But well, that's about the technique. And next what I will do is show you how to do that very nice border that I showed you earlier. And for that I pulled out that block here because I do not want to continue with a lot of crocheting, because well, it's just for tutorial purposes, of course. And yeah, before I continue, I forgot to show you. Here is the design that I made and that I partially crocheted. And here you have these L shapes again. Here you have these L shapes again. And yeah, to see, I have to look under my recording device to see what happens here. So when you crochet these blocks here, then you have to remind here to stop here, just like we did with this block here. And then you continue here with this block, just like we did here with this block. So it's quite easy. And well, now I will show you how to do these nice borders. Okay, about the border on top and on the bottom. What I did here, I have here this top row here, and if you look closely to it, I didn't do my slip stitch row, because with the edging that I will do, you don't actually need it. And here I have pulled out my top row with slip stitches, and here it still is there. You can pull it out, but don't pull too far, because you have to stop here when you have this loop here, and then when you have pulled out this, then pull up your yarn. But for now I will leave it to show you what happens if you do leave it there. And well, it's actually super easy what I will do. And what I want to do is to create a base for the top row, and I have a knot in my yarn, so let's cut it out because I don't want to spend time with untying knots here. And yeah, let's take the example here. Here you see that this row is very neatly, and this is what I want to achieve, and it's so super simple. And what is very important is that you need to use a hook size that you have also used for crocheting this. And this has to do with the slip stitches. If you have watched my video where I teach you how to do slip stitches in my crochet course, then you may have seen telling me, or you have heard telling me that you have to work super loose, because otherwise when you want to work into the stitch in the row next to it, it will be quite hard. So we will first start with using this type of hook, of this size of hook. When you have done the setup, which I will do here, switch to a smaller size. For this yarn I have used hook size 4, but first, and I wanted to tell you this now because maybe I would forget it. So simply start working under this first loop, and I hope you can see it because it's quite dark here, this color. And simply do slip stitches again. And work all the way through that top row. And here we are at the last stitch of this block. And then we continue with the next stitch here, the loop here, and simply continue and keep on working loosely, because, and don't split the yarn. Oh, I think I didn't split the yarn. Okay, well, and well, when you are working with the slip stitch row, then simply work under these loops here and continue all the way to the end. And don't forget to work under this side, and here, and I have to turn it a little bit to see it better here. So this is actually our base row, and you can see how neatly this looks here. And what I did for my sampler and for my wrap, I worked 4 rows with single crochets, and that were only worked in the front loop only. And don't forget to switch to your smaller size hook. And well, that's everything you need to know about the border, the top border. And when doing the bottom border, you work just the same. Just pick up all the loops of all these blocks, and so you will get a nice border. And here I have it in another color. Here you see I did actually the same thing here, and this is the foundation chain of all these colors. And well, you see how nice this looks. So this is just the way to do it. And yeah, I have worked into my foundation chain into the top loops. If you have worked in the back bumps of the foundation chain, you will have very nice border at the bottom. But what that does is that you can use that as a base to work your next rows with your smaller hook size for yeah, the border that you would like to make. But then you will have a base that is first in this color, and then in this color, and then in this color. And when you use this method, you will have a base that is the same color all the way through the top. And then I would also like to show you something, and I will simply pull this out. Because suppose you want to want to work in the back loops, but you also want to have the same color at the bottom, then you can use this also. It's super easy. Just make a very long chain and take the number of stitches that you need for the width of your entire project. And if you are not certain yet of how many stitches you need, then just make a very, very, very long chain. And suppose you want to do the first block here, then simply turn your work over here so you see the back bumps, and then you the first block was five stitches, and then you count 1, and I hope you can see it because it's very, very light, 2, 3, 4, 5. Insert your hook here, and then I will take another yarn here. And simply pull up a loop. And then go to the next bump here and pull up that next loop. And here, pull up that next loop, and we'll continue that. And then I have to take a bit of extra yarn because it pulls and that doesn't work very nicely. So this will be my third loop. The next bump here is the fourth one. And then the last one here, the last back bump. Work under that. And it doesn't want to. I should probably have worked a little bit looser even. So then we have these 5 loops on our hook, and this is just the forward row of the first row. And when you, well, let's do that and show you how it looks. So you see that you now have this border here at the bottom, and then the next block was 6 stitches. Then simply count 6 bumps here and start working in the 6th bump and all the way to the side here, and then connect to this block here, and then you will have the same the base with the same color here. So that's an easy way to do as well. And then you simply work your other stitches back and forth with the smaller hook size, and then you will have a nice border as well. So for this video, that was everything I wanted to tell you. And again, like I said in the introduction, with the next video I will show you how to do the L shapes. And here you see also that you can connect these blocks here so it becomes a stair. So this is the L shape, but it's also a switched L shape turned upside down. So you can combine this, and then you can also make these small stairs here, and well, that just gives you so much more options. And well, in these designs I made the blocks here as high, this block as high as this one, but like I showed you earlier, you can design as you go, you can make decisions as you go, and the only thing that you have to pay attention to is that you have enough yarn. And well, this also makes a very fun project to use up your stash if you have all kinds of little bits. And you know, suppose you have worked a couple of blocks and then you run out of yarn and you are just in the middle, then simply continue with this block with another color and continue like that. So there are so many design options for this technique. So you do not have to just do all these square blocks. You can make it so much fun. So I will see you back in the next video when I do the L shapes.